Yeah, we got it on.
All
Woo!
there we go.
First fish of the morning.
Not a big one, but it's a fish. Look how healthy they are, even though that's a good eating fish, though. It's about it, though. Starting to see some now.
We're out here with Jeff Riddle, catching some crappie this morning.
With a good cold north wind. And the front just went through.
What are we? We're in July right now, crappie fishing.
I think it's the 18th or 19th of July. So yeah,
If y'all have any questions, let me know. If you want to book with us at any point, just call 781-877 Blue Bank. Check us out on our website, and y'all know y'all are already on our Facebook. We're on TikTok as well. For those just tuning in and you want to see that first fish of the morning, just scroll back just a little bit. Barely made it on there. Tony said catch some big fellas.
I'm gonna try.
So,
Out here fishing.
Tony, did you hear him? He's wondering why you're not out here. Whew. Nice thing about Jeff's boat, we can get back here, see what he's seen on that LiveScope. Says he's working in Kentucky, can't get down.
Oh, okay.
I realized we weren't going to be able to hear you unless I got up here.
Oh, okay. There's a suspended one if I can catch up with it. If I can run him down. I do occasionally run a drum down like this, thinking that's crappie, but they're fun to catch too. There's that dead spot in that unit again. It hit him about the time I got to the fish that time. That didn't work real well.
Yeah, you can't beat crappie fishing in July.
No, you just about got it all to yourself.
So Josh was asking, what gear are you running?
What am I running?
Yeah.
I'm running a 126 SV, 12-inch screen. And it's been real clear. I don't know, I'm getting kind of a dead spot in it now. It's hurt me a little bit, but where'd that fish go?
Tell us a little about what you're looking at on there.
I'm just going up through here looking at underwater stumps until I see something that I know is a crappie. And usually you can tell if a crappie's going to bite or not by how he's positioned on the stump. If he's sitting still and got his nose towards the stump or just barely off of it, usually you can catch him. A lot of times, if they're tucked in on it, sometimes they'll bite, most time they won't. I mean, you can sit and aggravate them for 10 minutes a lot of times, get them to bite, but if I ain't fishing a tournament and I don't know that it's a great big fish, I wouldn't do that. I'm just gonna try catching the easy ones this morning. If we, let's see, no, it sees how that fish was moving around, so it's more likely not a crappie. I'm just not seeing a lot of crappie on here. We're having to fish out of the wind today. I'm not really fishing where I want to fish. If you can hear the wind, I'm sure we got about a 15, 20 mile an hour north wind blowing. We're just kind of in the area looking for some fish. Good thing about the LiveScope, you may go 10 minutes and not catch a fish and then see some and catch 3 or 4. Just got to keep grinding with it.
So Alicia, yes, we are crappie fishing. Joey, good morning. God bless you as well.
just looking for a victim right now. We'll see one on here in a minute.
James from Ellery, Ohio is asking when's the best time for crappie fishing, early or late?
Man, spring and fall is good. It's just according to when you can get here, and you know, because we catch them spring. Well, we catch them year round now with the LiveScope, but if you're wanting to come spider rig, like a lot of people still do on Reelfoot, I'd recommend spring or fall, because your fish are getting active. Well, they're getting active to feed in the spring, and in the fall they're starting to feed up for winter, so they'll get active chasing bait good again. Now you'll notice if we find a fish here in a minute, I'll have to almost hold the bait on his head to catch him. But and we had thunderstorms and stuff last night, so a lot of the crappie may be on the bottom today. If they are, that's one thing about the LiveScope, it don't show them real good on the bottom. There's your suspended fish right there. If he'll let me get up here to him, we'll see if we catch him. See the bait falling down to him, and I'm just going to slowly swim it right by him. Here he comes. Got him. See there?
Woo!
That's all you, I mean, it's LiveScope fishing's unreal. If you want to come down here any time of the year and catch fish, that's all you got to do. I mean, them are not big fish, but that is, if I'm going to eat fish, that's what I want.
Well, that's about perfect to eat.
You know, I mean, they're just thick fish. That's a 3/4 pound fish, probably 10.5, 11 inches. Perfect eating fish. It just never gets old. I never played video games growing up, but this is kind of like playing a video game now, and I kind of like it. But you'll see a lot of fish suspended. Every once in a while you'll catch a big fish suspended, but the most of your suspended fish are going to be a little smaller. Your bigger ones are going to be on structure. Well, get away, that was a gar. See, when he turned, he got long. Yeah, you don't want to catch that. I guess you can if you want to, but I don't want to. It's, I'm telling you, it just changed the whole summer fishing here at Reelfoot. Used to in the summer, we didn't catch many fish. And anybody that knows something about this now, it works. You can catch them. A lot of these little bitty spots that are just moving slow and look around are crappie, but they're going to be 6-7 inch crappie, and I'm going to try not to fool them. There's a little better one, about like one I just caught right here. He's up there. If he don't run off and see, we catch him.
Ooh, Tony said he's been down here 5 times. This is a retirement lake.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Ooh, Bob's back on. He's ready to see some slabs.
Yeah, we're going to do what we can.
Judge Cox is on. Charlie saying good morning and good luck.
Thank you. But like I'm saying, just because it's summertime, the water temperature's hot, don't mean you can't catch fish now. This, like I said, it changed the whole game. I'm using a crappie magnet jig head in a 32nd ounce, tipped with a minnow, the sound heating super sensitive rod. Some people like the Duck Commander. I'm more of a fan of the sound heating, but they both work great. Have to have some bait on there, wouldn't it?
That might do a little bit better.
Sitting here talking, fishing on the credit. Maybe why that last suspended one didn't bite.
Bob said let's see some slabs. Y'all have white and black crappie in the lake, or just one type?
White and black. In early, like February, early March, we black crappie fish. We fish back in the vegetation with a slip float, and we'll use a real light jig tip with a minnow or a wax worm if we can get them that early. And that's how we start out, and then we'll go to spider rigging for the white crappie.
Rich was asking, what's the biggest crappie that are usually caught there?
Out here,
yeah,
probably close to 3 pound is the biggest one I've ever caught out of Reelfoot. Well, you catch, I won't say a lot, but if you catch 30, 40 crappie in a day, you're gonna have your 2 or 3 over 2 pound, which is a giant fish anywhere you go. Most tournaments I fish, I'd like to have those 3 or 4 2-pounders. I'd be tickled. try catching one of these little bitty ones. They may be scared of the bait. I'll run from it there. But
Matthew Law saying morning, Jeff and Drew. Matt, always good to see you.
Morning.
He just went back home with all his family. He brought down for a second trip this year.
I know Billy's out catching bluegill this morning without him.
Guys asking where the fish. I always say right in the water.
Yeah, but if you're going to crappie fish, you want to be in the deep water right now. Bluegill, you want to be around shorelines of vegetation. We're not seeing a lot of fish here, guys. I'm seeing a lot of little bitty suspended ones, but I've got out of the structure. I'm going to have to get back in it here in a second, but maybe we'll catch another or two out there suspended before we get there. There's so many little fish. There's a better fish that'll hold on for us till I get there.
Richard, we actually are the old sportsmen. We ended up buying it from them.
Many years ago.
Well, our grand opening was 98, so I was only 3 when we did that.
Okay.
I barely remember not having it. But now, we've been a part of the lake for about 5 generations now.
Oh, missed it. Swing and a miss.
Guy, you're right, he was about to get on it.
I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to know how to catch them.
Yeah, don't you guide?
I think so. Sometimes. He wasn't that big. I mean, you notice I didn't turn around and chase him. If I thought it was a real big one, I'd be after him. We'd look like we're rabbit hunting.
Roger's asking if, oh, you're pitching.
No,
We'll come back.
I can talk.
Well, he was asking if you were using a skirt on your jig. I was going to show off the jig.
No, I'm just using a pink head. The crappie magnet. They've got that real light head with a good size hook in it for crappie. I really like it. Now, when the fish gets finicky, I'll go to skirts. You know, I like white, chartreuse, anything. Crappie magnet makes so many good colors. It's hard to go wrong. There's usually always a color that they'll bite.
Brother Steve Carr said good morning.
Good morning.
Hope you catch a bunch of fish. Good morning from Whitehaven. Richard said that.
See that fish? That's a little big. That's probably a buffalo, something like that. Drew, I'm not seeing no fish right here. I picked a bad spot, didn't I? We'll run into another one here in a minute.
Judge Cox said good morning from Welch, West Virginia. I almost said Judge again. I knew who he was looking at it. From Welch, West Virginia. I like this type of fishing like Pac-Man.
Yeah, it's kind of what it's like. So I don't know. I never was no good at Pac-Man. I'm a little better at this, I'd like to think. They're just not real aggressive this morning. That fish there should have jumped right on then. He didn't do it. We've been catching the majority of our fish guiding every day, right out in the middle of the lake. Like I said, if I was guiding today, I would be out there, I'd be fighting it. But we're just trying to make a video and kind of show y'all what's going on here. So we're tucked out of the wind. And
that way y'all can actually hear what we say.
Right, yes, because like I said, the wind is really blowing today. You can't tell right here, but it's blowing hard. But,
Good morning from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Emilio saying hi. Gary from Carbon, Illinois saying good morning.
we'll get back in some stumps here in just a minute. There should be fish on them.
Andy's already out saying good morning from the resort.
Okay.
So he'll be heading out in a few minutes.
All right.
Can't wait to see you. You can come right out here and fish next to us, get on the video if you want.
Yeah, we have no problem with that. They bring us good luck.
Bob tagging on his friends. I love it.
Okay, here we go. There's a good one. We found a victim. Power pole's down to steady the boat. We're gonna ease up there and see if we can't catch that one. That'll be a good one right there. That's a real nice fish. Real nice.
Chris saying good morning from Del Hollow.
All right.
So another lake. Used to go there a lot.
I'm sure they can hear the wind up there though.
Oh, they definitely can hear the wind right now. Gary says it feels like he's fishing from his bedroom.
There you go. Time to get up.
I can't say anything. Billy texted me this morning that Jeff wanted to go out. I was still in bed. That was like 8 o'clock.
This ought to do it right here. Oh, I'm in that dead spot. Oh, he chased it a second. Gosh, dog it. Okay, show back up, buddy. They turned and looked at it. You see that? Gonna be stubborn, is he? Now there's two there. One of them's got to be dumb. I got to be able to catch one of them.
I don't know. These fish might be smarter than you.
Easy now.
Jim saying hello from Indiana.
Fish right there ought to bite. See how he's away from that stump a little bit. Put that bait right on him right there. We ain't gonna give up on him because he's a good one. We're gonna try catching him. Nothing else I can show him what not to do.
Bob says he sees all the bluegill and crappie fishing. How's the bass fishing?
We got some bass in the lake. I don't bass fish much, but I catch several bass in the lake.
And we have largemouth. Is that?
Yeah, largemouth is all we've got. We have no smallmouth, or as far as I know, we have no Kentuckies. Where'd he go?
Guess we have a few striper too.
Yeah, we got a few striper.
I see y'all catching a lot of those normally when you're crappie fishing too.
Yeah.
Michael says he's stuck on a beach in Carbon Hill, Ohio.
Oh, that's just horrible.
David saying hello from Grassy, Alabama.
We're starting to see some fish here now.
Seeing a lot more fish on here now.
But see all these fish moving. I'm not saying some of them's not crappie, but more than likely not. That crappie's gonna be sitting still just like that one that wouldn't bite. I should have stayed with him, fooled with him longer. Probably could have caught him, but let's move on.
So how long did it take you to get used to this LiveScope?
I'm still learning. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I can use it pretty good, but you'll learn something every time you go out. But to get good enough just to catch fish with it, man, it don't take that long. I mean, you can figure out how to catch fish with it pretty quick. Now then, you got your windy days and stuff like that. They're a little harder to deal with, or staying on the fish, one thing or another, but it's pretty easy to learn.
Jamie said, tell the reeler hurry up and catch one.
I'm doing all I can. They gotta cooperate.
See, the brewer Michael's answering some questions as well. Ron, I'm glad you're out here watching with us. You can come down, especially if he took you all the time. Bring someone else to help make them memories with it. Boris came in a little bit later. They're asking what are the crappie biting on today.
Not much of anything right now. No, they're like I said, I'm using a pink head crappie magnet tipped with a minnow, and try keeping your minnow good and alive on there. That one, he's pretty much dead, but it'll help you out. Now, a lot of people will tell you you're gonna come out here and you're just gonna catch crappie just as fast as you want and get tired of catching on it. Live scope fishing takes patience. I'm gonna tell you right now, like we're doing this morning. Actually, I've seen about 3 or 4 fish I wanted to try catching, and I've caught 2 and missed one of them. And you're gonna grind to catch your fish, but you're gonna catch them if you keep at it all day. Sometimes it's like they're jumping in the boat, but that ain't every day. Anybody that fishes knows that. But sometimes they're pretty easy.
Especially a day like today.
Yeah.
Got a lot of overcasts.
Yeah. I like
nice and windy.
Bright, sunny and hot. The hotter it is, the better it is. I mean, they just seem to tuck on that stuff and not suspend much, and you can run them down quicker.
We got Ron from Ohio. Oh, he's coming down next month. He's looking forward to it.
All right.
Can't wait for you to be down. Bob has a group of 20 that does an annual trip. He was asking what the guide rate are. We are going up to 400 a day for guides. And that's for 2 people. Had to go up when all the gas went up.
I know a lot of people's going to see this and they're going to say he's not using the whole screen. I can't right now because if I get any further than that down, I have a real bad dead spot. I'm having to stay about this range off bottom to keep the dead spot to a minimum. But, I don't know if it's my transducer or what. I've been fiddling with it. Maybe I'll get it figured out. Man, the fish are camera shy today. We're just not seeing many. There goes Billy. Going bluegill fishing.
One of the few people that can go that fast on the lake. Bill McClay from Georgetown, Kentucky. Good morning to you. Always good to see you on.
There's fish.
The Clumpers from Kentucky asking if the crappie aren't biting, do you fish for yellow or white bass? Well, I'm going to go with Jeff, probably not.
Usually, if I'm going to crappie, you will catch some yellow bass while you're crappie fishing. But no, I just don't solely go for them. Get out of there, carp. Get out of the way. There you go. Thank you. On the stump. Oh my God.
Oh,
What the heck? I look like a rookie.
swing and a miss, Jeff. Second one today.
Yeah, that's no big count. They're not really wanting to bite. They don't act like.
Well, you're fine. You got one more before you strike out. Then you got to hold the camera.
Okay.
Don't worry. We won't ever catch a fish if he's holding the camera and I'm the one holding the pole.
He's done made it personal. I got to catch it.
Mario from Atlanta, Georgia checking in.
good ones right here too. I don't know why they're short striking so bad today. I hate when they do that. Makes it tough. Looks like one chance and done today, don't it?
Whew.
I
Yeah, he's not
I ain't giving up yet though. Just gonna get him right here. Maybe not. See, there's that dead spot I'm fighting with. It'll really mess with you. We're gonna drop it on his head now. Just sit on me.
Debbie's back on today. She said it's trying to rain here in Bama. We got a good rain last night.
Gosh, I don't know how much rain we got. Lake is like 6 or 7 inches above pool today, I think. That's great for this time of year.
It's probably what's throwing off all these fish, though, is all that rain today.
That's what I figured would happen, but I thought we'd come give it a try.
We've at least caught 2 this morning.
We're not done, I hope.
So we at least say you didn't get skunked on video.
Well, that would be bad, wouldn't it? I don't know how much more you can aggravate a fish than I'm doing and him not bites. Next.
Jen from Canonsburg said hello. She said a day on the water still a better day than on the couch.
I agree with that. Another fish over there. I'm going under the boat. There was a pretty good fish suspended out there.
Cody saying hi from Cincinnati. Jeff, so how long have you been guiding?
Man, ever since I was a sophomore in high school probably, and like 4 generations of it. All my family ever done is commercial fish and guided duck hunting and fishing on Reelfoot here. I pretty much know the lake. I've been on it my whole life.
So you were telling me you were even preparing for duck hunting, which is way later already now, aren't you?
Oh yes, yeah. To be successful with the duck hunting, in my opinion, you've got to work on it year round. You've got to keep stuff like you want it and get stuff ready, and you can't wait till right before season and do it. That's like I'll brush my blind in the summer where I'll hunt back in the woods so that it'll change the color of the trees around me by season, you know, so it don't look out of place.
I think a lot of people forget that not just hunting or fishing, either guiding, you still got to prepare for what's coming up.
Oh yeah.
Because you're out here on your days off to see where the fish are moving to.
Right, right.
Ron was asking, does it matter if the minnow's alive?
I doing this, I like my minnow alive. I like when I get close to that fish with it, that minnow, I get nervous. Does it matter as much live or dead? I really don't think so. It just does to me. I think seeing the minnow and you moving it, I do it, but I want a live minnow, especially if, say I'm fishing a tournament and I pull up, me and Tony pull up the structure and we see it's a big fish, we're gonna change our bait out right then, put fresh bait on. That way we know the minnow's real good and alive. Just gives you better chances.
So you said you fish tournaments?
Yeah.
What kind of tournaments have you been fishing?
I fished a little of the Crappie Master, the Crappie USA every now and then, but our main trail is American Crappie Trail.
Didn't you win one of those here recently?
I won one a couple years back, the national championship on Darbone Lake, Louisiana. Be one to remember for a while.
He doesn't like bragging on himself.
You know, I just feel lucky. God blessed us, took care of us. We've won a few on Kentucky Lake and Beaver Lake, Arkansas, and here at Reelfoot and different places. We work hard at it, do the best we can do. And the caliber of fishermen now, just to do good fishing with them is unreal.
All right, and Timothy's saying hello from Louisville, Kentucky. He'll say we'll be seeing us soon.
All right.
Richard said he surely knew Benny and his father.
Like I said, that's the thing about Reelfoot, like I'm doing now. I'm not in a lot of structure and I'm not seeing a lot of fish, but normally when you see one, you catch it. Now they're short striking me today for some reason. I don't know why, but probably got to do with this weather and thunder and lightning and 6 inches of rain yesterday. But other than that, everything ought to be good. There's another good fish right here. We're gonna ease up on, see if we can catch.
Trini's saying hello from the only Oblong, Illinois.
The what?
The Oblong, Illinois.
Okay.
She was saying it's the only one.
Well, I'd hope so. That's hard to say.
Sherry saying good morning from Horn Lake, Mississippi. Love to bring my family there for a weekend getaway and introduce my grandkids to fishing.
Well, what are you waiting on? We're here.
We always love introducing new generations to fish.
I love to take kids fishing. I love to get kids on fish. That means a lot to me.
Well, Jeff says he's 4 generations and I'm 5 generations of fishermen on the lake. So it's always good to see new fishermen.
That's right.
John says he wants to go crappie fishing. Michael asking about the Asian carp.
We've got some in the lake. They're not a bad problem. Since they built our new spillway, they can't get in here now. And we have no running water, so they can't reproduce. So we've got a handful in here, but we don't have problems like other lakes, that's for sure. Thank goodness.
And I actually like eating them, as long as you get them cleaned right.
It's a lot of work to clean them, but they are good to eat.
They're not as good as a crappie or a bluegill, but I think they're better than catfish, don't you?
Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Oh, come on, take it. You rascals, boy, they are being bad on me today. They're not liking me at all. Trying to make me look bad on camera. They followed it up. Let's see if we can get him to do it again. Swim off fish. Stay there. I'm in that dead spot right now. There we go, one bite out of it. The fish is hiding on that stalk right there. Knows I'm going to catch him this time. He's going to leave me. That ain't right.
He knows you're on camera. He's camera shy too.
Wow.
Katrina was asking, does it matter in size of the minnow?
To me it does. I like using the smallest minnow I can when I'm tipping a jig. If I'm using a crappie rig or just a hook, I like a big minnow, but a jig I want the smallest minnow I can get because I feel like that there's less chance of missing them when they strike at you.
Bobby says, it looks like I need to bring some dynamite today.
Yeah, we might need some. Got a couple sticks extra, bring it on. Yeah, we was kind of scared of this with this front.
Jeff was saying hot day in Madisonville, Kentucky. We actually have pretty cool right now.
Yeah, it's nice out here. Like 78 degrees.
We honestly wish it would be a little bit hotter. It'd probably help a little bit more.
Well, yeah, that would help us probably. Or it'd help the fish. I don't know about us.
Jerry and Bob are talking back and forth about coming down. I love that. Larry from Missouri's on. Scott from Dayton, Ohio says hello.
See that fish come out and looked at me. Man, they're giving me a hard time this morning.
Chase said hurry up and catch this one for him.
Well, let's see. Since he wants me to. I don't know. It ain't that big a fish, but I'd like to catch another.
Chase, we shouldn't have said we would catch one in this one for you.
Like I said, you can tell it's pretty windy out here, and they're just not acting right. I should have done caught several fish that I pitched at that either short struck me or... There he comes. See him follow it. Won't take it. Stole my minnow, you little thief.
Well, we at least got a bite for you, Chase. Took the minnow away from him.
Yeah, he stole my minnow. I don't like them when they do that. That's aggravating when they'll just chase you and nip at you. They do it though, that's fishing. Every day ain't great.
Well, that's why it's fishing, not catching.
Well, I like catching.
Ooh, there we go.
I knew it wasn't a big one, but it was a fish. Borderline one to keep to eat, but it's crappie. They're all fun to catch. They'll make me start chasing the little ones in a minute if they keep doing it. They're not as smart, see. They can't outsmart me, I don't think.
Well, the little ones haven't been around as long as those bigger ones. That's how they got big. Jerome saying hello from Caton, Georgia.
There's another one we may catch right here. Boy, two that quick, that'd look good, wouldn't it?
It'll make up all for the other ones.
I don't know about looking good, but...
Well, it make it look like you know what you're doing. We'll go with that.
Right in the edge of that dead spot. That drives me nuts.
Aaron said, all right, from Murray City, Tennessee. Oh, that fish was for Chase. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, it's one he wanted me to catch. I got it. I fed him a minnow first to talk him into biting.
James said, good morning from Republic, Missouri. They're asking what kind of depth finder you're using again.
I'm using a 126 SV, the Ultra. It's the new one they come out with this spring, and I really like it. Uh-oh, here he comes. There we go. Finally found a few here, hadn't we? But as you can see, they're just fish. Fun to catch. I ain't gonna tell you every fish you come here and catch is gonna be a bigger, because I'd be lying to you, but they're just fun fish to catch. As long as I'm getting slime on my hands, I'm happy.
Michael saying good morning from West Palm Beach, Florida.
Wow.
Woo. Getting a little bit of a spread now.
My wife would trade places. My wife would move me to Florida if I'd go. I guess if you ever packed up and went, I'd have to go with it. But I hope you don't try it. We've got all kind of fish right here in the structure, so maybe we found us a little wallow of them. That's what I say, you know, you got the fish till you find them.
Debbie was asking if you were just fishing one pole.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, he only has even two more in the boat. They've sat here the whole time. Steven saying hello from Missouri. I missed that one on the view.
Come on now.
I'm showing you off how pretty you are.
How hard as they are to come by, man, you know. But like I said, we ain't gonna win no tournament with them, but they're fun to catch.
They're asking about your reel. I'm zoomed in on it. Just tell us a little bit about it.
Well, this actually is a Pflueger. It's the Pflueger. I like the Pflueger, but also I've got the Shimano's on these other ones. Them are my favorite too. But B&M makes a great reel to go with these poles. They got the 50 series and they got the 100 Pro series. They're real affordable too, is the thing about it. A person I won't spend a lot of money on a reel. B&M got a good reel for the weekend fisherman or anybody that you're going to have. I just got all my B&M reels on my spider rig and stuff now. But,
I didn't even see that. Josh even knew what it was beforehand. He was just making sure that's what it was.
the Pflueger?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pflueger makes a good reel.
Jason said howdy from Nashville. Ooh, we got someone real far out west. Good morning from Coronado. I'm going to go Coronado, California.
Whoa, Lord. It's way over there.
Bob, yes, we do have a bait shop and a boat launch here on Reelfoot. Right, on property, yes. But there's quite a few on Reelfoot.
Yeah, there's a lot of public boat ramps around the lake. I just unloaded a 21-foot Ranger right there at Blue Bank, so we got a pretty nice boat ramp there too. If you bring your own boat, take it easy, just idle around, because Reelfoot, as you can see on this screen, there's stumps that come almost to the surface all over the lake.
So you didn't really go even much faster than idle to get here this morning.
No, and I could have went and run a boat road and come over here close, run 60 mile an hour if I wanted, but we wasn't in that big a hurry. We knew there was going to be a slow bite.
Ooh, we're getting up north now. Good morning from Plymouth, Michigan.
All right.
Ooh, morning from Hermiston, Oregon. Debbie wants you to get more poles out there.
Oh, no, I don't need them. Tell her to come down here and go, and we'll just use as many as she wants to. I like the spider rig myself.
Bonnie's saying happy fishing from Illinois.
See, sometimes you'll see like that real light white spot in there. A lot of times that'll be a big fish head in there. I can't help it. I have to. A lot of them's nothing. It may be a knot or something off the tree, but I can't help it. I had to throw at them.
Judge Cox was asking what the pool stage of the lake was. 6 inches or so above?
Billy was saying this morning that it was like almost 8 inches above pool. It come up like 6 inches in the last couple of weeks, so the water's in real good shape here. I mean, we got plenty of oxygen in it, but this lake's overrun with bait fish. It's in real good shape for this time of the year. There's fish right there. It's tons of little ones here now. I'm trying to pick out maybe the little bigger ones, but ain't worked the last few minutes. But that fish there may be a little bigger than the last two we caught, but he's something to catch.
Bob's learning it takes me a minute to get to questions and is already asking Bree before I get there, tagging her in them.
Okay.
Asking what bait do we carry in May. In May, we normally have crickets, minnows, night crawlers, and waxworms.
Anything you need for Reelfoot, they've got. Seriously, you name it, they got it if you could catch fish on it on Reelfoot.
Basically, anything that you've seen besides poles and reels, we have in the shop as well.
Well, you got some B&M poles.
Yeah, you're right. We do have. Well, we've caught the boat now.
I've caught a trolling motor. It's a good one, though. Pretty new one.
Ooh. Yeah, you're right. We do have some of the. We have some of the CCB series in there.
Yeah, I knew you did have, and they're great rods.
That's what Billy's been using. Ernie saying hi from Spring Hill, Florida.
How you doing today?
PD says good morning from Fanceville, Indiana. Sarah says morning from Bloomington, Illinois. We miss Reelfoot so much. They got to get down here then. We have someone going across over there.
Yeah, they got a jet drive on that one. They make a little bit of racket.
Jerry Wright, fishing is good. You'd be betting right.
Yes, sir. Well, we had a guy, Tony, Saturday had a trip, and they kept 39 good crappie, you know, so, and I had 30 Saturday, so they're biting good.
We got a few other boats out here this morning.
Yeah, we got some, that one back there, I think, is Tim Blackley, and then another boat back there.
That's what some other people were saying the other day about how everyone knows each other around here.
Oh yeah, it's a small community. Everybody's nice too. It's no ma'am and yes ma'am and polite people. It's you'll like the area, I promise you that. It's none of that big city stuff. No offense, but it's not. I went to New York a couple of years ago on vacation, and it makes me really appreciate this place.
That was the same for me. I went to Louisville for a few years, seminary there, and I love Louisville. It's a fun city, but nothing beats being out here. I hate being so crowded in a city. Louisville's not even that big of a city. Victor saying morning from Gatlinburg.
There's a lot of yellow bass in here today. They're fun to catch, man. They fight. If they got to 3 pound, you never would land one of them.
Aaron was asking how the catfish bite's doing.
The catfish has been good. It's real good. In the summertime, you can just about count on catfish. I won't say you can every time, because as soon as I do, somebody won't catch them. But if you go catfishing this time of the year, if you don't catch no catfish, you're probably not using bait. That's about all I can say. I guided, matter of fact, catfishing a couple of days last week, and I killed 30 one day and 20 something one day. You know, good eating fish, and threw several back. And there's not a better eating catfish on the planet than Reelfoot Lake catfish. I can promise you that.
Greg was saying morning from Piggott, Arkansas.
Piggott, I've heard of that.
Got to get back down to Reelfoot, he said. Glenn said hey from St. Louis. Brent from Carly Lake here in southern Illinois says that their lake's up over 3 feet.
Well, that's plenty of water then. You ought to have plenty of places to fish.
I don't even know what it would look like if this got up 3 feet.
It'd be high.
Say when your average depth is 6 feet, 50% up is if it's up 3 feet.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of water. Fish down there at the bottom of that. See if he moves.
Bob and Jerry, I'm loving them seeing going back and forth on this conversation. If y'all have any questions, you might be able to ask Bob now.
Well, I can tell y'all, it's slow this morning. This is slow fishing for the live scoping. Like I said, we're kind of tucked away area, just making what we can of it. This is kind of slow, because usually we're out in the middle and all the structure, and it's just one stump after another, and there's a lot of fish in them. Like I said, we're just in some scattered timber, and like I said, trying to make y'all video.
Oh, Debbie, the one we were talking about with the poles earlier, said to tell you I would if I could. Some of us have to work.
Well, I'm working.
Well, then she said ask him to trade with you. Then
I don't even know what she does, but I don't want to trade. I'm good where I'm at. Yeah, it's funny. Here a while back one night, me and my wife was eating supper, and I was griping about the wind blowing every day. And she's a nurse, and she said, really? Looked at me, and I'm like, what? She said, you know how many of my patients every day say they'd love to have the job you've got? I said, yeah, you're right. So I shut up. She kind of put me back in my place.
Tony Yoksick said good morning from Knoxville, Iowa. Says the water's good and clear, and he is asking how good and clear it is, and how deep are you catching the crappie right now?
The crappie, you can see we're in 12.5 foot, well, about 13. You can add a foot to that, but we're catching them anywhere from a foot off bottom to 4 foot under the surface. It's just wherever we see them on the structure, we pitch out to them and try catching them. But our water this time of year has got a good stain to it. You can see this bait in the water. It's just, it goes out of sight in 6 inches, so you don't have a lot of spooky fish here. We got so much vegetation that it keeps our water a good stain color. And that really helps for the fish. Just ain't a lot of fish over here, is it? Not worth catching. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of little ones.
A lot of little ones would be good for later.
Oh, yeah.
Robin was asking if you ever fish in Ohio.
I don't think I've ever been to Ohio fishing a tournament. I'm not sure, but I've been fishing tournaments for 15 plus years, so I don't think I have, though. I've been all over.
Chris was saying hello from Louisville, Kentucky. Says he needs to get down there.
People was asking earlier about how long does it take to learn the LiveScope. Seeing what's there, it don't take long, but it takes a while to figure out the difference in your fish. Like a catfish will be on the side of this stump. If you drop the bait out to him, a lot of times he'll swim down to the bottom and sit on bottom. He'll get away from your bait. Where a crappie is going to look almost round, and they're going to be sitting nose towards the stump usually, with maybe you can see a little gap between it. That's the one's usually easy to catch. And then you got, of course, your stripers and stripes that are going to constantly be swimming around. They're just wide open all the time. And that takes more time than anything with a LiveScope, is figuring out the difference. Like this right here is probably a carp or a buffalo. And a catfish on it's going to look like almost like a snake slithering through the water when they're swimming. That takes longer than anything. Just when I started, if I seen a fish, I threw at it. Don't take you long to figure out which ones to throw at and which ones not to. You'll figure it out pretty quick when you start having to get a bunch of gar off your pole. But I've been looking at it now over 2 years, and I'm by far not one of the best with it, but I can use it to catch fish.
Richard said that the last time he came down was in '85. That was when they were draining everything.
Well, he got to see a lot of stumps at Reelfoot.
That worked well for some of the guys to be able to mark all of them.
Was that so? It was 85 when we had to draw down. I was trying to figure out the other day. Somebody had sent me a message on Facebook, so now I can tell him it was 85. Now, if I'm wrong, it's on him, not me. So y'all heard that.
So that was before my time. I wouldn't remember it.
I keep forgetting you're just a young one.
Hey, I'm at least not the ones that you have to put 2,000 in instead of the 19 for your fishing license. That makes me feel old.
Well, I guarantee it. Wait till you get my age.
Oh, Debbie answered. She says, I make toilet paper, really tissue plant. She's saying she probably ships down here.
Okay.
I feel like I talked to her about that.
Dump one of the containers and sneak on down here.
We could probably trade out enough toilet paper for her to come down eventually.
I know you could when this pandemic started. Lord, it was worth $1 million a roll, wasn't it? Or it seemed like it.
We got lucky. We realized what was about to happen. We were able to get ours in because we were almost out right when everything was happening. We still got one more box in. It was a scary time.
Yes, I'm glad it's behind us now. Things are kind of getting back to normal, and I'm loving it.
Jerry said hello from Moorhead, Kentucky. Dan said morning. He asked is it possible to have a LiveScope portable?
Yes, I seen a thing about a week ago that now they do sell a LiveScope portable where you, like for ice fishing or to move in and out of boats, they do have that now. I've seen it. A lot of people's been asking for it for a while, and they've got it now. I've seen it probably a week ago on YouTube or somewhere, and for like a kayak or ice fishing, which I'm not going to do. If there's ice, I'm going to be duck hunting. But
Oh, Richard said he was down last week.
oh, okay.
So he's been down after that. Davey said they had plenty. We could have traded out with them for during all that.
Yeah.
Bob was asking what you can expect if we come down the first couple weeks of May.
Expect to go fishing. No guarantees on catching fish, but you should catch it. First, they say May.
Yeah, 1st of May.
I guarantee you'll put you on some bluegill. He kind of a bluegill guy.
Yeah, 1st of May would be real good for bluegill, and if not, it means the crappie season's been going late.
Well, that's like this year. We did a lot of our crappie didn't spawn to June. You know, we're still catching crappie on bed in June. That's unheard of, but especially at Reelfoot shallow lakes it is. But what was going on? Oh, he followed me up there. See, he's in that dead spot. I didn't see it. I really feel like I could fish if I get rid of that.
Aaron said he was up last week and they were up in the butterfly garden and said it was beautiful this year. Jeff, what do you think about the butterfly garden?
Man, I think it's great. I mean, I think nobody has any idea how much work Mike puts into that. Is what people, it's unreal every day, 7 days a week, working on it to keep it looking as good as they do. I think it's a pretty good deal. Because everybody don't like to fish. I don't know why, but they don't.
We're getting a few things in the area to do besides fishing now, though. We have Discovery Park, the state park's doing all those boat tours, and they have animals. They're actually either rehabilitating or that are stuck, can't go back in the wild that you get to see, so you get to learn a little bit about them.
Are y'all fixing to have a tractor show, or you already had it there?
Oh, we do. August, I think it's the first weekend in August, like the 7th or 8th, that they're doing the tractor show over at Discovery Park. We're helping put on. And by help put on, I think we just sponsored it this time. We'll be over there to cook and fish, though.
I don't know where to go eat now.
I think they're supposed to have all kinds of like antique tractors and stuff. So if you're a history buff, especially with tractors, it's going to be a nice one to look at. Mike said good morning from Southern Indiana. Eric said watching from Illinois, hopes to make it down next spring to hit the spawn.
End of March, April, May, through the first week of June. You got plenty of time there. Sure you can make it some of that. We've got completely out of the fish. I'm turning around here.
We got another boat out there now. It's a little less lonely out here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Eric says sounds wonderful. I'm assuming he hears the wind on here then. Rose said that their brother was heading down there this Thursday.
Okay.
Need to come down with him. Ooh. Ann said good morning from Southwest Florida. We got a range this morning all the way up to Minnesota, Florida, then over out west to California and Oregon.
That's great.
Love seeing all these people enjoying fishing.
Well, I tell you, not just the fishing. You come to Reelfoot, it's going to be an experience. I mean, we've got standing cypress trees all over the lake. We got cut throughs. You go through lily pads. I mean, you can see turtles. We've got several bald eagles that stay here all year now. A lot of people like to come see the bald eagles. Right there is not a crappie. I just threw it. I'm getting away. I seen him turn. About caught me a guard.
Robert said, "Shut out from Connersville, Indiana." Bob asking, do we sell beer to take out on the water? We definitely do. As long as you're careful, you're able to take it out with you. I think they're changing the law where you have to be the same legal limit as driving. I know it was talked about. Larry said hi from Texas.
We're just not seeing no fish up in here, Drew.
I have confidence in you. I think you can catch at least one more.
Oh, I'm going to catch one more before we go in. It may be dinner, but no. I just got to get in some stumps here where they're at. We'll catch us another or two. There's a suspended one right there.
Oh,
Little one saying that.
Chris said, can't wait to get back up there and fish from Jackson. So not too far away at all from us. Tennessee, so really not too far.
Let's see which Jackson it is.
I realized you couldn't read what I was reading.
Right.
Mark said howdy from Hamilton, Ohio. That one's a little bit further away.
Yeah, a little bit.
Daniel said I'm in Molina, the other hole in the ground bug lake. We do have a lot of bugs around here. It was a swamp before the earthquake in 1811, 1812. That's what makes such good fishing. Laurie said, hey. Oh, I hope she's doing all right. Aaron said the captain of the boat can't drink at all. Here soon, I believe that will be the case. Probably shouldn't anyways, but... Greg, no walleye in Reelfoot. Larry from Texas saying loves big bass.
Some stumps, they just not many out, just roaming. I think a lot of your fish, while we're not seeing them today, right after the storm's laying on the bottom.
Yeah, because if they're laying the bottom, they just blend in down there, don't they?
You hardly see them. You turn the bottom fill on and see them a little better. But
not worth the trouble.
Yeah, it gets on my nerves.
Richard said he's been out here in 2 storms. You don't want to be out there on a shallow lake in a storm.
No, that's no fun.
Done it a few times. My worst one, I took a date on a kayak and it lowered pressure once. I felt it and I was like, we need to turn around and lower it the second time. I'm calling someone at that point. I've learned my lesson.
Shallow lake can get rough quick. But these boats that y'all rent out up there, they're safe here. You know, I don't think that I've ever been out here in a boat that I was scared.
Well, mine was the kayak.
Well,
I probably would have been okay if I was in it by myself. I would continue back in. She didn't know how to kayak. But that's the nice thing. If something happens where you don't know what to do, you can always call us and we can get right out there.
Fish right in there. Man, I'm just seeing small ones. I'm not seeing any big fish. It's kind of discouraging.
Debbie was asking, I've always heard the fish will go up to the bait, won't go down after the bait.
I don't agree with that. I've seen a crappie chase the bait down. I always thought the same thing. But since it's LiveScope, I've seen the fish do right the opposite. Sometimes you'll miss with the bait or be turned away, and then when you get it back up there, it'll be below them, and I've seen them run down and hit it. Not too often, but I have seen it.
Larry said there was a big rain in the panhandle of Texas too. Woo! Oh.
Man, they just making me mad. I didn't hit hard too, which it wasn't a big fish. It just so many short strikes. There's a lot of stumps. I'm trying to get back here and see there's a few fish. Then I'm gonna turn back on. See if we can't catch another one or two.
I think we can catch a few more. If I can see them, I can, or I can miss them. Definitely until you're back in the stumps.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get down below them a little and then turn back into them.
Richard said he broke a shaft on the motor, had her come across, rowing across. He didn't have a phone on him.
Ooh.
That would wear you down in a heartbeat.
I didn't know anybody didn't have a phone on them anymore. I thought everybody had their phone on them anytime they had their pants on. What the heck?
Bob was asking, it is a little rough. It's not as bad. We're out of the wind more to be able to video. You wouldn't be able to hear us out there. It's not too rough to fish in other parts.
There's a lot more fish in other areas where we've been fishing, but like you said, it's a 20-mile-an-hour wind blowing today. We're tucked out of it. If we were out there where I could catch the fish, you couldn't hear us talk. So
I don't think I'd be able to stand up here and video either.
it would be fun out there, right out in the middle. But if I was guiding today, not videoing, we would be out there where all the fish are. We'd make a day of it.
Larry said Possum Kingdom full in Texas.
What?
I'm assuming he said Possum Kingdom. One of my waitresses probably like that. She was raising some not too long ago. Oh, he said he did it late in the 80s, no cell phones.
Oh, okay.
He's been coming for a few years.
Yes, it sounds like it. Alright, let's see if we can run us down another here. There's one right there. It didn't take long. See if it'll bite. Or Jeff can miss it.
Jeff, you can't miss another one. You've already had 3 strikes now.
Oh, I have, hadn't I? Well, there's no guarantees. there's one of those good gusts to let you know how the wind's blowing today. There's a little one. I hate to pick on a little one, but I'm going to. See, it's there in one area. It's almost a guessing game with this depth finder. Wow. Dad, don't leave on me. I ain't done with you.
Ooh, that wind's picked up.
Yeah, it's picked up. We'll try catching another or two and we'll get out of here. We'll come back out here on a pretty day and make one catch a bunch of fish. But people need to see it's tough sometimes. It ain't always just jumping a boat. It'd be nice. See how that fish here is just all over the place? Well, he's behind it now, but that's your striper drum. They're just moving constant. They don't ever sit still. See, there's some tiny crappie. There goes your gar. We got everything here.
Debbie says she's been trying a double crappie rig.
That works. There's nothing wrong with a double crappie rig. B&M makes a great double crappie rig. I mean, I would never tie my own if there's anywhere I could buy them because theirs are just awesome.
I know I like using the R's.
Yeah. And we all use them at different times. Sometimes you can't beat a hook in a minnow. They don't want any color. They just want that minnow. That fish right there is being stupid. Not biting. I know he's not very big, but
I hear that eagle. John said morning from Southern Indiana. Hope you're doing all right.
okay, I done put it in your face several times, fish. I've got to find another.
Just want you to point your bait out in the LiveScope.
Right here. See it? That's it right there.
I realized I was about to point at it for you, and then I was like, they're not going to be able to see my hand from where I'm at.
Yeah, right. Here it is. There is just not many crappie right here in this area, folks. That goes to show you they're not everywhere. There's tons of fish, but I ain't seeing many crappie.
John said morning from Mineral Wells, Texas. Bob said thank you.
welcome.
So it's not in there right now. He almost pitched out, but it went,
No,
decided against it.
It turned on me. It wasn't a crappie.
I'm just showing y'all what he's looking at to find.
I'm looking for a crappie right now before we go in that's just, you can see perfect, you know, just sitting there. We've got a lot of fish tucked in, them white light spots. See that catfish swimming up that stump? There was a catfish there going up the stump. They just up and down the stump constantly. There's a little crappie right here. See? Now he's just sitting right against that structure, real still. And he's right in the dead spot on me, as usual. I know I'm close, but I don't know exactly where. It's hard to catch him when you can't see him. Yeah, he's... And there's two more little ones right there. Sitting still, we ought to be able to catch that little dude.
I think he got this one.
No, run off, see?
I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, you jinxed me, that's your fault. Right there, and I'm hung right over it. And my bait's hung up.
Joe was asking, did the crappie hit more on the drop or more coming up?
Usually what I've seen with the LiveScope, as soon as your bait gets to them, you stop a second, take back off, is when they're going to hit. It's just like almost a pause, and you make it look like, for instance, that the bait sees the fish, you know, like it's going to run from it, and that's when they'll run after it. They're not running after anything today, though. Let me tell you, this today is not, they're not biting.
Debbie said, thanks for video, and I really enjoy watching since I can't be there. Anytime. I'm glad you're on. You make it nice and easy to talk to everyone.
Well, I guess if we bet every day, wouldn't be any left.
That basically is it.
right there. That ain't a crappie though, it's catfish. I see it now. It's too long. This other one right here is. He keeps moving a little bit on me. Let's see if I can get on him this time.
Shane, I can watch this all day from Colorado. I just need to get down there. Got a little bit of a trip ahead of you, but that it's worth it. Richard said Jeff needs to hear fishy fishy. Where's Billy at when you need him?
That's right. I tried to get them to bite better than what they're doing right now. I promise you. Here, fishy fishy. How's that? That work?
I don't know. Billy might have that trademarked. I don't know if you can say it.
Oh, really? Should have asked him, shouldn't I?
I don't think he'll care.
It's pretty bad and you can't even get these smaller fish to bite like that right there. Wow. What do you do? Hit them in the head, I guess. See, I get mad at one every now and then, don't give up on it. That's a little better fish right there, though. What we do catch. Got it.
There we go. We did get y'all one more fish.
Just a little better now. I didn't say a lot better. Man, the big ones just not wanting to bite today for us. Seen another. Let's try to catch one more, bro.
One more?
We'll get out of here. How's that?
Sounds good to me. I think you can get one more. I think you're going to get pretty quick.
Yeah, I see it there if I just get it to bite.
Herbie asked if you're using live bait or artificial live bait. Got the minnows right here.
Yeah, I'm using minnows tipped on a jig head. Crappie magnet jig head. Where'd he go?
Crappie magnet. You can see him right there. I'm still in the logo off the back of your hoodie. I'm sure they don't mind.
No, not at all.
Richard says, see, they heard the fishy fishy.
Hey, yeah,
He's not wrong.
I'll be dang. Didn't even think about that. I had to pay Billy a commission on that, though.
Not on the video. If you go out there and guide and use it, you do.
Oh, okay.
The video, you're fine.
Okay. There's a pretty good suspended fish right there if he'll cooperate. Oh, he's running. Get it. Slow down. Stop him. No. He got by me. I'm just not seeing no big fish on here today. That makes me think, like I said, they're tucked on the bottom. That's the good thing about it. Sometime during the day, they'll come up off bottom.
Lisa, we're out here with Jeff Riddle. Then we have Ron. I'm not going to say all he's saying. He doesn't like the LiveScope.
They don't like it, huh? Well, that's okay. Everybody's got their own opinion.
I mean, you're more than welcome not to use it.
There's no doubt you can catch fish without it. Done it for years. But my business, people pay me to catch fish, so I'm going to use what I need to catch them. So that's what I do. I've got things about it I don't like, you know, also, but there he is. There's our last one. Ooh, I'm catching you fish.
Bob,
Fishy. There we go.
there you go. You got it now.
Don't move, fish. There's a decent fish. You know, I fished for 2 or 3 like that this morning, and they just not paying me. We're gonna get up there and do this just right.
Bob was asking, did the crappie ever school up in the lake?
Yes, yes, they'll school up, especially in the winter. You know, on Reelfoot, we've only got this one deep end of the lake, and yes, a lot of people December and January, and we're duck hunting or out here fishing. That's a good fish. That's one to end on right there. If it'll bite.
Herbie said thanks from New Haven, Indiana.
Well, man, we appreciate you watching.
I know, I love all these different people on. Makes it more exciting to be able to see everyone. Clifford said you need your partner Tony in the boat and you'd be catching some big fish.
Watch it now. He thinks that too. Tony's a good fisherman.
Lisa said she absolutely loves Blue Bank. We love you too.
You don't hear many complaints about Blue Bank, that's for sure.
We tried fixing you up. I was actually missing a meeting to come do this live video. I sent everything I want to get done here in the next few months. We're planning on upgrading all the rooms and everything. She just got back from market looking at lamps and furniture. Actually, down in Atlanta, I think we had a couple people from near there.
So y'all fixing to upgrade everything.
We are. We got to.
Good deal.
I think we may. Ooh, ah.
That's what the big ones are doing to me today. I don't get that. Man, it's a good fish.
Well, it's a good time to ask, what bait are you using?
I am using the Crappie magnet, pink head, no skirt, tipping it with a minnow. They got a real good sharp hook on this. I'm not sure what hook's in it, but they work real good. I might be doing a little better today if I had one of their skirts on, but I've been catching them every day with this, so I hadn't seen no reason to change. I'm stubborn that way sometimes.
Thank you. Lisa said the people are amazing here. Billy, they are still biting. They're actually a little cool for us. The cool weather slowed us down. Mainly trying to get out of this wind. She said thank you for telling the bait and everything.
We appreciate y'all watching. That fish right there has got to come in the boat.
There we go.
Woo! He's not as big as I thought, but hey, it's a good fish. Good fish. Nothing wrong with it.
Woo. Hold that up for a second. We got that. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's a good eating fish. Not bad at all. People, it's been slow today, but we caught a few fish. Like I said, we was up here out of this 20-mile-an-hour north wind, 15 or 20 mile an hour, so you could hear us talk on the camera. Otherwise, we'd be out in the middle. There's a lot of big fish out in the middle, but we make do with it, and we appreciate you watching. And if you want to come to Blue Bank, catch some crappie, just give Drew a call at Blue Bank. He can tell you how to get in touch with them. Thank you.
Woo! Appreciate that. Oh, I'm holding my phone over the camera. So just give us a call at 1-877-BLUE-BANK. Check us out on our website, bluebankresort.com. Billy just hopped on this, said the bluegill are biting good. So we look forward to seeing y'all. Hopefully we'll see you soon.